I host Eric, your host, talking with famous people. SI and TI are external fields, and NE and FE are internal fields. So says Eric. Go on. TE and SE are external objects. Okay. And then I guess you're saying that FE and FI then would be the other kind of one. Let me get this up here. TI and NI are internal fields. No, FI and NI are internal fields. TI and SI are external fields. NE and FE are internal objects. TE and SE are external objects. What do you mean by internal object? Okay. And what's the relationship between fields and what are the system mechanics, so to speak, of this relationship between objects and fields? Well, Eric, you take two objects in one field, put them together, cloaked in shadows. Hi, cloaked in shadows. Are you cloaked in the shadows? Fields are for introverted functions. So that's where it's working, you mean. Okay, so I get you, I think. So you're saying internal objects have to be placed on internal fields. So FE and NE gets placed on TI. No, I'm sorry, get placed on FI and NI? I don't. Oh, in the subconscious. Okay, well, I'm asking you about the relationship between a field and an object. Do internal objects only go in internal fields, or what? And then external objects go in external fields? Is that how it works? Or can either object go on either field? No, in ENTPs, for example, internal objects go through external fields. Okay. That makes more sense then. Internal objects go through external fields. Okay, so what makes TI and SI external fields instead of internal fields? Because they can be augmented. Okay, I get it. That's smart. That's clever. That's good. I like that a lot. That's really good. I like it. I get you. I get what you mean now about they can be augmented. Right. That's interesting. That's a complex web somewhere. For me, I got it. I haven't pieced through it all. I get the idea of why augmentation leads to necessarily your point. I know it. I know the links sound invalid in there, but that's complicated. It's a complex web in there. I don't even want to begin to unpack it. It's too much TI work. The augmentation would lead to. Yeah, interesting. I think it must be because it's because the evaluatory metric of the internal fields is binary. That's why. That's the link. There's the link. That's why. Okay. I'm glad I had to figure it out. Okay, so that's very interesting. This notion of fields and objects being, they need to be doing their internal objects and external fields makes perfect sense to me. And why makes perfect sense to me, why those are external, because the internal ones are binary. They are either, they're measured on their, what they do is their singular identity. So to SE is to go, you know, he's measured on whether or not you went. And a TE is did your solution work or not? You know, that's it. It's not, well, it's a good idea, we just need to develop it more. TE doesn't respect that. That's the thing. I keep telling TE, this is part of the process. Failure is part of the process. My brilliant idea doesn't look like a brilliant idea right now because I'm in the midst of failing at it. But just give it some time. I always say it'll prove itself eventually. And then what I should say is sometimes it'll prove itself eventually. So, that's interesting, Eric. Very interesting. I have to think more about that. Any other comments on this fields objects thing? Oh, cool. Here's a link. It's a link of cheese. Alright, let's end this video. Thank you for watching, people. That's about objects and fields. Now, it's also a common pickup line I hear these days for a gentleman to approach a lady and say he'd like to place an external object in her internal field. And frankly, I think it's a little crude, but I guess that's popular nowadays. Anyway, thanks for watching.